Hi, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and I have a Flosstube update today. It is Thursday, June 26, 2025, and it's Flosstube Thursday, so welcome everybody. I'm not prepared. Are you surprised? Just kidding. I just have to get everything from the bottom here, but I'm going to show you if I can get situated. Sheesh. The WIPS that I worked on. So this first one is my temperature chart for the week. It's Toothless and Light Fury by Cross Stitch Knita on Etsy. And I use color and cotton fabric. It's 32 count Jobelin and it's called Moonstone. And I added a little more blue, like I just kept working down this way. Alright, so I can't see you guys. So let's see. Okay, so this pattern is 248 high by 275 wide. It has 68,200 stitches total. I worked on it on June 19th. No, just kidding. June 21st and June 22nd, but I took the temperatures. How does that work? Okay, whatever. So 84 degrees was June 19th, so it got 100 stitches. June 20th, it was 90 degrees, so it got 100 stitches. June 21st, it was 89 degrees, and it got 150 stitches. But I put in 384 stitches because apparently on June 21st I put in 67 stitches, and on June 22nd I put in 317 stitches, so my count might have been off for the whatever, like the 100, 150 thing, but because I worked on it on June 21st and I took the temperature from June 19th and June 20th, so that would have been 200 stitches, and so I put those in, but I only got 67 stitches done on the 21st, so then I added wrong and put that I had to put 317 more stitches in to get to 350, because 100 plus 100 is 200, 200 plus 150 is 350. But I got more, so I got 384 stitches in it, so that's good. And I think I got a little tired of the blue and green and like light green down here, so I only did 3 days of temperature for this time. I wanted to work down here on Hiccup, but I couldn't figure out what page that was because I had transferred from paper to digital, and so I don't think I had marked it off on my digital yet, and I didn't want to mess it up really bad, so I just decided I'll just stitch where I know I am. But then I guess that made me a little bored, so I didn't work on it like I did before. And I always say, if you don't understand something that I'm explaining to you, it's totally fine, because I talk out loud like my thought processes sometimes, and they're not always like hashed out completely or perfect or I'd hope they're kind of coherent to my own self, but like sometimes, you know, when you're going through the process of thinking about something, you don't always think of everything that you need to think about, and so then sometimes you say something, but then it's like you might change your mind, or like it made sense to you then, but it doesn't really now, or something like that. So like I just like to talk out loud about stuff. So that's why sometimes things are just all over the place. But I kind of just treat these videos as you guys are hanging out with me and I'm showing you my projects. And so I'm just like talking to you like you're my friend. And so sometimes friends just randomly talk about stuff that, I don't know, like you just listen, and it doesn't mean that you have to like it's not such a serious thing, you know? So I'm very rambly today. This next project is a new start. I started Christmas Advent Calendar Day 14, and I'm using Frosty Mint. It's 32 count Lugana by Fiberlicious, and you might recognize this fabric because I did day 12 on it. And so I started down here, day 14. So this is 44 high by 25 wide. It has 1,100 stitches in it total. I put in 81 stitches. So it's at 7.36%, and it has 1,019 stitches left. So I got a little start on that. So I didn't start everything that I said I wanted to last week, but I thought I would like get a start on that one at least one of the things. So I feel good about that. This project is out of the Just Cross Stitch Christmas edition. It is Jingle Bells. This is by Pickle Barrel Designs. And this was a Monopoly project. I'm using Queen Crepe Myrtle by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. I added this green up here at the top, and then a little bit of this color. It's like light purple. So this is 75 high by 73 wide. It has 5,475 stitches total. I put in 50 stitches. So now it has 217 stitches. It's at 3.96%, and it has 5,258 stitches left. This one is Medieval Sampler. I have offline thing going on my computer for some reason. Medieval Sampler is by Fiona Baker, and well, the decoration, the icons are designed by Fiona Baker. I put them all into one piece, which is charted by me but not designed by me. So this is Aloe from the Other Side, Fiberlicious fabric, 32 count Lugana. I don't know why I said that all out of order. So this was Monopoly from last week, and I guess the week before. I don't know. I was behind on my Monopoly, but this is me catching up on it. So this is 140 high by 100 wide, and I just cleaned up all the threads I had on there, and I stitched them all in, and that's because it was time. It was time to clean this up. So this says 14,000 stitches total. I put in 102 stitches, so now it has 249 stitches in it. It's at 1.78%, and it has 13,751 stitches left. So last time I did the Monopoly, I didn't stitch everything. So this was Batman's project from last time. So now I'm caught up with Monopoly from last time. this one. I'm doing Figgy Pud Jumper here. So I'm using Artiste brand fabric. It's Zweigart by Hobby Lobby. It's 18 count Aida. I have this. So, I need to control find again so I can tell you. Oh man, I didn't put. Really? Alright, well, I didn't put the stats in, so I'll show you what I have. I added some like off-white up here, and I finished off one of the white down here that was like a string hanging. So I finished that. This was also Monopoly. This one is Monopoly as well. This is out of Cross Stitch Crazy. And it is a kite here. This is by Leslie Tier, all of those bookmarks. And this is starting to look like a kite now, which is awesome. I finished all the pink, and then I started adding some of the red, and then I finished some of the like black work down here. Okay, this is 78 high by 31 wide. It has 2,418 stitches total. I put in 50 stitches, so it has 357 stitches, and it's at 14.76%, and it has 2,061 stitches left. And this is 28 count white Lugana, and I'm stitching over 2 with DMC. This is Hello Snow. It's this magazine. Hello Snow, these little snowmen. I'm using Garden of Dream by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And I added the snowman's face and his top of, or the bottom of his hat. So 63 high by 63 wide. It has 3,969 stitches total. The design is 63 high by 63 wide. I put in 100 stitches, so now it has 442 stitches in it. It's at 11.14%, and it has 3,527 stitches left. And I thought the snowman's face was so cute. Okay, this next one is this car here. I'm using Naiad by Under the Sea Fabrics. It's 32 count Lugana, and it's starting to look more like a car. I got the back tire done, and I'm doing the back stitch around the places that I've completed the stitching. This pattern is 40 high by 50 wide approximately. I just kind of counted the little squares and multiplied. So it's 2,000 stitches total. I put in 100 stitches, so now it has 507 stitches in it. It's at 25.35%, and it has 1,493 stitches left. Okay, so now we're on to the Whip Go pieces, which I finished. So this is Every Book is a TARDIS by Erica Glover. And I'm using Where Shadow Used to Fall by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And the goal for this Whip Go was to put 5 letters into it. So I put in 6 letters because I didn't want it to say tardy. So this is 100 high by 50 wide. It has 5,000 stitches in it total. I put in 72 stitches, and it has 778 stitches in it right now. It's at 15.56%. It has 4,222 stitches left. Okay, and then my second whip go was America, America. This is by Stony Creek. And that's what it looks like. I'm using Dragon Tears by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. And the goal for this one was to just work on it for one day. So I worked on it on June 19th. So there's a lot of threads on here. Oh, that'll work. You can see if I just pull them all up here. Okay. So this is 126 high by 98 wide. It has 12,348 stitches total. I put in 158 stitches. So now it has 901 stitches in it. It's at 7.30% and it has 11,447 stitches left. And I worked up the flag here, and then I started adding some of the eagle's wings in there. Yay, whip go's done. So we get to mark off the whip go board today. Alright, so that's everything I worked on. But I did want to show you one new thing, which is a new start, which I've never talked about before. So my friend Neil, he interviewed me on my channel in May of 2024, and so he runs a magazine, and I've mentioned him before other than the interview, but he's a knitter and he has a magazine, and he started designing cross-stitch patterns, and so he asked me about my knowledge about it in the interview. Like, he wanted tips and stuff, so that's why I got interviewed. But I saw on Instagram that he had a contest for stitching. Like, you could be a knitter or a crocheter or a cross stitcher, and you can work on a project that's 50% orange, and it'll be on September 30th, you can submit your finished project to his magazine, and then you can win one of 3 prizes. And so I thought I would enter because I thought it sounded fun. And I have never been somebody who, like, sets a time frame and says, like, okay, I'm going to finish a project in 4 months, because I don't really work like that. So I thought it would be nice to try that and see if I can do it. And so I made a oh, here, I'll show you the pattern first. It's a pattern I got off Etsy, and it's an orange Lamborghini, so I'm just calling it Orange Lambo, or just Lambo because that's short for Lamborghini. It's by Stitch Cross GB, I think. It's like confusing because it's like cross stitch, but then he put stitch in front of cross. I don't know, whatever. So that's the name of the shop, Stitch Cross GB, and I got it like a few days ago and I started it. But what I wanted to show, I filmed a clip of a little tracker thing that I made to try to keep myself on track for the contest, because I do want to actually like try to do this. So I'll put that here. Here is the Lamborghini tracker that I am using for Neil's contest. So I am not good at working on a project every day and like getting it done in a certain amount of time. So I joined Neil's contest because I wanted to challenge myself to do that, and that's what I wrote here. Challenging myself to finish a project in 4 months. And so I took this Happy Planner page that I wasn't using, because when you have Happy Planner, there's like pages for each month, and then sometimes one of the pages, like this is a weekly page, so it says Sunday here. This actually said all the days of the week, but I repurposed it for this because it didn't fit in the planner in the order that it was supposed to go in, because sometimes you like have extra pages, and if you know what Happy Planner is or if you use it, you'll understand what I mean. And if you don't, it's totally fine that you don't understand. So I took a weekly dashboard page and I repurposed it to give myself a tracker sheet so that I can finish this before the contest is over. And the contest due date is September 30th, 2025. And I wrote down the things that I wanted to track. So I want to track the percentage, the stitches done every month, the stitches I have left, and the days that I stitched in the month on the project. So that's what's in here for June, July, August, and September. This is the like main information. So like the total stitches that are in the project, the daily stitches that I need to complete to get it done before September 30th. I can do more stitches, which is probably preferable because so I don't fall behind, but like the bare minimum daily stitches needed so that I finish it. The start date and the finish date, and then the due date. And I just decorated it a little bit because I like to decorative plan my stuff. So I'm showing you this in my cross stitch video because it's a cross stitch planner hybrid crossover. So, and this I printed out from my selfie Canon printer. It's a picture of Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne in his Lamborghini from the Dark Knight movie, which is my favorite Batman movie of all time. So I thought it was fitting since I am tracking a Lamborghini cross stitch. And I thought this sticker was perfect because it says a little progress each day adds up to big results, and it fits so well for cross stitching goal tracking. So yeah, that is a close-up of the tracker page. Okay, so this is my start on the orange Lamborghini. I started in the middle and I went up, and this is not the top of the pattern, but it is the top of the car, but the doors are open, so the doors are gonna be like up here somewhere. So it's like the roof of the car, but not the top of the design. So I'm doing this 2/2. It's on 32 count Lugana, and this fabric is called Willow Ash, and it's by Fiberlicious. And not if, because you've been watching the video, so you would have seen the clip, but I put in that I needed to, like, I divided the total number of stitches by the number of days left between now and September 30th. And like, it doesn't mean that I'll be like working on it right up until September 30th, but it just means that I will have a number that I know I have to hit in order to like stay on track. So as of now, it's 78.86 stitches, so it's just 78 stitches, but I put in, I've been trying to do 100 every day just so I stay ahead. So this pattern is 100 high by 136 wide. It has 7,749 stitches total. I started it on June 23rd, 2025, and I put in 257 stitches so far. So it is at 3.32% and it has 7,492 stitches left. And so there's 95 days as of yesterday, from yesterday until June or September 30th. So that divided by this number, because this is the number of stitches I have left, is 78. So that's how I calculated that. Hopefully I did that right, but that's okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put 100 stitches in at least every day. I can put more if I want, depending on my other stuff, but I just thought that would be a little fun challenge for myself. Okay, so let's do some WIP Go stuff. So I have this WIP Go board. I need my pen here. So, okay. I finished America's prompt. So that's done. And then I finished Every Book is a TARDIS prompt. So that's what the WIP Go board looks like now. No bingos yet. No bingos yet, but everything's caught up. Okay, so Jessie Marie called the numbers for July's WIP Go, so I'm going to mark off here which ones they are. So it was number 2, which is here. It's do or do not. So that's my Star Wars Yoda pattern. So now it says July. And the other one was number 16, which is Polygonal Batman. So we'll write that. Okay, so those are the WIP Go for, well, those are the WIP Go projects for next time. So now let's update my saving shopping board. So Toothless and Light Fury, I put 300 stitches. It was like 384, but I like the even numbers better. So we'll subtract from the 28 skeins I had last time. So now there's 2,500 stitches, or yeah. So that means 25 skeins left to save up for. So this is the total number. So 3,750 minus 300. And it's 3,450. So that's that board. And this is the paper board. So the very crooked paper board. My crooked handwriting. So here we'll go and update the total down here. So cross that off, and the new total is 3,450 stitches. So there's that. So that's all done. All right, so now we can shake the shaker. Okay, first up is WIP of the week. The WIP of the week is CSI. It's So funny. Okay, I'm gonna put full coverage in here and then we'll pull my temperature chart. Okay, I'm going to be using Route 66 farm stand for the temperature this week. I'm going to put new starts in here and come back. New start is mini fruit. Okay, I need to put some WIPGO prompts in here so I can see what I'm going to be doing for the 2 projects for WIPGO. So I'll put those in and I'll come back. Okay, this prompt is going to be for Yoda, do or do not. Finish 2 lengths. So I'll be putting in 2 lengths of TMC thread. And then for Polygonal Batman, I'm going to do 800 stitches. So we have got my WIPGO board again, and for this, I'm gonna do 2 lengths, and then for this one, I'm gonna do 800 stitches. So that is marked. Now I will know what I need to do for those. So now I'm going to pull the projects that I've shaken for, and I'm gonna show you what they are. I have Yoda here. It's called Do or Do Not. It was a shop on Etsy, but they're closed now. This is done on Poseidon's Cave by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And this is what I have. This one is CSI. This is by Clouds Factory. I'm using Waiting for You by Fiberlicious. It's 28 count Opal Lugana. And this is what I have. I'm really excited. If CSI keeps getting pulled, I may finish it this year. It's so exciting because I started that in 2018. And obviously have not been working on it consistently. There were like a few years where I just didn't work on anything, so. This is Polygonal Batman. This is also not available anymore. I'm using hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie, and it's Storm, and it's 32 count Lugana. That's what I have. He looks so good. And then this one is Farm Stand by Design Works. This is Secret Garden by Fiberlicious. It's 32 count Lugana. That's what I have. Okay, and mini fruit, let me find the photo on here so I can describe it. Mini fruit is a bunch of different pictures of fruit, and they're kind of realistic looking. It's by author and Broyd Design, and they're all, I guess the cover photo shows them all separate, but I was gonna put them all together. And I haven't looked at the PDF, so I'm not sure if the PDF is like showing them all separate or if they're all together. I have no idea. But either way, I'm gonna put them all together because I think it would be cute. So that is mini fruit. So those are all the things I have to show this week. I'm gonna put the Monopoly clip in here at some point. Probably, I could do it right now, actually. But I don't have Monopoly pieces to show you because they're all things that I've worked on the past week. So I will just put the Monopoly game round in here now. Okay, Captain America is going to go first. He rolled an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he landed on Corellian Corvette. Alright, Obi-Wan is over here. He rolled 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He landed on Sullust. Alright, Buzz is over here, so I'm going to spin the board. Okay. He rolled 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He landed on Death Star. Okay, and then Batman. Let's see what he rolls. He rolled a 6. So I'm gonna spin the board again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. He's in jail again. Poor Batman. Hi, okay, so I realized I had put Buzz on the wrong spot when I started the Monopoly game with everybody else. And I caught it before I actually went any further, so I'm going to do his roll again. So he rolled 6, and he was actually on the Death Star last time. Because he had landed on 2 different things. His last week he landed on the card, which told him to go to the Death Star, which is where he was, but I had apparently put him on the board on the card instead of on the Death Star, so that's what happened. So now he's on the Death Star and he's gonna go 6 more spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that will land him on Mustafar instead. Okay, so that's correct. So I may just put this in after the Monopoly clip because editing that part out where Buzz was is just, yeah. I'll just leave that in and then I'll add this one on as a correction. Alright, Batman is over there and Monopoly is done for the week. Okay, so you saw the Monopoly clip, so I'm going to be working on Driving Sampler, which was something I didn't get to from last week's Monopoly, which is this cute little thing I charted out of a magazine. Gonna work on Figgy Pud Jumper, Hello Snow, Dad Car 19, and I guess there's one thing I can show you, which is the Christmas Advent Calendar number 15. So I'm gonna start that for Batman landing in jail. So yeah, okay. So yeah, just digital photo of that, and I'll probably put that on the, like, this is my jam fabric that I have the other finish on, but I'll show you that next week. So that should be all. So thanks everybody for liking, watching, subscribing, and commenting, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!